2, 1, go.
Hey guys, Philly doesn't go public, but they go for the weekend. Victoria and Travis go steady. And the great escape of Ian Ward. All on this week's Restless Wrap-Up.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Of course, it's that sound again, so you know it is time for the Restless Wrap-Up. And thank you guys so much for keeping your ears and eyes on us as the Sunday Soap Block goes along. I know we don't have Vincent Irizarry or Ryan Carnes on, but we are here to talk about all of the goings-on in Genoa City. And of course, I am your host, Lacretia Lyon, and you can always find me at LACRETIALYON, since there is only one on social media. And to my immediate right, I have a lovely lady here. Who are you and where can they find you?
I'm Kiera Giavanni. You can find me on all social media at Kiera Giavanni.
And the gentleman that is always dressed to impress here.
Gentleman.
Yeah.
That term is used loosely. Alexander Rodriguez on Instagram and Twitter at On The Rocks On Air and OnTheRocksRadioshow.com.
All right. Yeah, we're obviously having fun because, you know, on our show we drink and...
It's already like 2/3 gone.
Did you get me?
I know. I was like, might as well the leads get, you know. So I'll just start slurring my words later. But yeah, let's just get it started. Well, about Philly. I mean, since they're like the top storyline this week, they don't go public, but let's take the weekend. Let's dig it in for Jack.
And let's leave our kids, let's leave our lives, and let's have a kiki.
On the floor.
On the floor. On the floor. I love when straight men plan picnics because you end up with strawberries and red wine. They don't go, Billy. It's champagne and strawberries. That's all that was going through my mind. And if he said foie gras or like foie gras.
Foie gras.
Yeah, foie gras. But
like
when he
French
said it, he was like, I have no idea what I'm saying. Straight boys and picnics.
You know what? My big comment with that is, where does Phyllis park her car?
Yes.
Or does she Uber?
Yeah, I'm guessing Phyllis must have taken an Uber or Lyft. I don't know how she rolls, but...
No, it's Uber Plus with that one. It's like, I will take the Uber Semi, right? Black tinted. But
yeah, it's Uber Black for, you know, the Abbotts.
that was my question, because like, Billy, I see your car.
Right.
But you know Jack would be paying the expenses for the house, so from personal experience, if you're going to cheat, do not use Uber or Lyft.
Okay.
Hitchhike.
Okay.
Maybe Bethany drove her.
So she's such a good pal.
Oh, Lord.
And then I'm just like, why would Billy call his son like that and cancel their little play date? That broke my heart.
Yeah, I have to say, as someone who's been one of the biggest supporters of Phyllis and Billy getting together, because I like the chemistry between Gina Togioni and Jason Thompson, and I just love them in general, this was the week where I'm like, you guys are bad. Like, canceling plans with Jack, Johnny. Like, seriously. What kind of parents are you?
Do you not have a backyard that maybe is a little shaded by trees or something?
Yeah,
You guys could go out there?
Or the bedroom.
Yeah, or the bedroom.
Hey, they upgraded from the stairs.
And she didn't pack an overnight bag. She was still in that white pencil skirt, just on the floor
Which
chilling.
fit her like a glove, which is great. But when you're sitting on the floor, she was like, I can't breathe, Billy. Billy.
Well, and I'm just like, I'm sure Victoria has clothes laying around there, or Bethany, but
she
still,
lost, yeah.
Or Jill.
Yeah, my thing is like, don't be in the living room because you know people just barge in.
No, I don't think their security guard is alive anymore.
And what I didn't like, you know, and this is, I don't know if it's a writer's issue or they're just trying to make Billy out to be a bad boy, not only giving up his kids, but where are the kids ever? Because then Victoria was with the bartender, so who was watching the kids?
Yeah, I mean, I get that they have like 50 family members between the two of them that are, you know, regulars on this show, but still, it's just like, you're the parents. Where is Johnny?
Let's just bring it up.
He's having a sleepover at Connor's house.
Yeah.
Upstairs in some
Adam's
attic.
got him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Faith
so
is
trust
there,
that guy who
and
killed
Faith
my kid.
cooked.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, my thing with Phyllis is that she's so strong, and you're right, the chemistry is palpable. Like, it's on fire. Yeah. But Phyllis needs to make up her damn mind.
And I don't think it's going to go with Billy. It's just too risky.
Well, here's how I see Phyllis, and I may be wrong, but she likes who she is with Jack, even though that's not who she really is. And with Billy, she is who she really is, but she wants to be better. So I think, you know, she feels comfortable with Billy, and that's awesome, but she wants to be this better person.
Can I just say, when she was like, who is this person? I don't know who I'm being. I'm like, girl, you did this with Nick.
Yeah.
Everybody, this is the real you.
You've got a face. Let it out.
That's an interesting point, but it just, to my point, it's making the characters not very likable for me.
Right.
And even as much as, like, the Romeo and Juliet, like, they were star-crossed lovers, they're not really star-crossed lovers. They're adults that are harming people's lives like their kids' lives. And, you know, I don't like children to begin with, but I'm thinking about the kids. Come on, guys.
Yeah, because Billy is a really good dad to Johnny and Katherine, and then, you know, to Delia, like, you know, before. It's just like, so we're seeing this side of him that Victoria's kind of had a point over the years. And, you know, I'm, you know, the last one to defend Victoria, except for I like this storyline with Travis. But
He's so dreamy.
yeah, I know. It's just like, I hate to defend her, but this is what she's talking about, Billy.
Yeah.
And Phyllis has maintained a certain lifestyle, and we know Billy, I mean, he's living in some dead old woman's house. Like, he can't even afford Airbnb.
Katherine Chancellor's house.
Right.
Show some respect.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. No, you know me. I love
I know.
classic Y&R. But my thing is, like, he's just not the most viable guy, you know? No.
Oh, I know.
I mean,
Here's
he's
the
making
thing.
perfumes in his living room.
Is this is someone who thinks Jason Thompson is really one of the sexiest soap opera actors of all time, and I love Billy Abbott, but I agree that right now he's not great on paper.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you know, these episodes are still the episodes that have been produced by the old executive
Oh, yeah.
producer, so we don't know what's ahead.
Yeah, I hope that what's ahead is Michael E. Knight getting his contract back, but we'll talk about
would be
Dr.
nice.
Knight Neville
Yeah.
later.
So you don't think Billy and Billy and Philly? Oh my
Billy.
God, they're so
Yeah.
silly, Billy and Philly.
Cheesecake.
You don't think that that's gonna work out?
I don't think so. Like you said, she's used to a certain lifestyle, and I don't think Billy can provide that. He's over there, you know, lost with Brash and Sassy. You
Completely lost.
see
Yeah.
her face. when
Remember
he
his
told
line? He's
her
like, I don't know
about
how it smells on somebody. I don't know. Perfect. You're perfect for the job.
But that could be leverage for Phyllis. She can get in there and save that, and then keep her status.
Yeah,
in
I
Genoa
like
City.
that idea.
And then fire him again
Yeah.
from another wounded lover's company.
Yeah, it's like, well, Billy, I took over Brash and Sassy, and now you're fired because you're just not.
And now you're working at Big Lots. Enjoy.
And now I'm gonna repaint the house.
Yeah, but you know, we'll give you a more appropriate color than that ugly gray-blue color, as she'll put it.
Yes, what is that?
Stark gray.
Yeah.
It's like a museum. It's like an aquarium museum. Those are the colors. Okay, that's my take on it. That's my professional interior design take on it.
It's just
Well,
the
whoever-
Chancellor Museum.
Yeah, whoever did this new pool scene
No.
needs
Love.
to go in there and renovate Billy's house.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that pool. It's so versatile. And like I said, you see everybody walking around in their skivvies.
Right.
And that's what we want to see, as everyone walking around in their skivvies.
And those
And the
mojitos are
drinks are
huge.
flowing.
Yeah.
I will say this week's episode's been brought to you by iced tea. Did you notice everybody was drinking iced tea? They even commented on how good the iced tea in Genoa City is.
Oh, yeah.
I noticed these things.
Not a specific brand. They're just like, people should be drinking more tea.
New
That's what we
sponsor.
have in this class.
Oh, yes.
Iced tea.
Tea to drop the tea. Okay.
Pinot tea.
Well, I guess we'll move on from Phyllis and Billy because we could talk about even. I agree that this is going bad, but Victoria and Travis go steady. That's adorable.
Oh, that guy is not to be trusted. Did you notice that when he met Luca, there was an exchange? They know each other. Luca's behind this whole thing. With
Oh, yeah.
Travis's help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the whole oil and gas crisis. I didn't know that Newman was in oil, but apparently they are, and it's a
It's just
crisis.
a side project.
And
Yeah.
it's just every time a new man gets into that office, they just lose their mind. He's picking up her reports off her freaking
Did you
desk.
notice on Bring a Boyfriend to Work Day? I love those days.
Yeah, it's like Luca, Travis, come on in,
Yeah.
Victoria and Summer.
It's a party, whoop whoop. But you're right, the first thing he does is like, oh, what's this? Mind your business.
Exactly. I think there's just a scent of Victor still in there, and it's that power,
Yep.
and they're all just drawn into that.
And they keep referencing that painting.
They
Yeah.
do.
One of them is the chosen one.
Yeah,
They're trying to get their face on that wall.
it's like
Luca.
everyone wants to be that painting, but like, and that's why it's sucks that Adam is not a part of this. I have to say, like, because Adam is the one who's always wanted that. Same thing with Victoria. So, like, it would be much better to have them fighting for it, even though we've heard that with Adam ad nauseum. But I'll get to his storyline getting a little stale later. But yeah, like, Travis and Luca are up to something, and they're all about being daddy up in there.
Right.
Luca just has a pulse on everybody. He has everybody in their clutches. I guarantee you, he paid Travis's debt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when Victoria, like, didn't do it, you're like, it's gotta be Luca.
And I also think that Luca, because Phyllis had that confrontation and says, you don't know who you're messing with, he's going to find out about Phyllis and Billy, and he's going to blackmail them too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's how it is. It's like, you know, Luca and Hillary have become the blackmail king and queen because that's what they do.
Both
that's
ethnicities.
how they get their
Mama! Come on, writers.
You weren't born into money.
Yeah.
You gotta blackmail.
Exactly. I mean, that's how it works, right?
I don't know.
Come on, people.
Well, I've got this information. I'm going to use it against you. Now I have money. No.
That was a cute moment, though, when they decided to go steady. There was a twinkle in their eye, and it was just nice to, like, breathe and be like, that's cute.
Yeah, to me, it's just like whether we believe this is going the wrong direction or not, it was just a nice moment. And it was really more of a love in the afternoon moment that you don't see a lot, except other than with, like, Chelsea and Adam. Which,
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know exactly where we can come out.
Yeah.
It's at the pool. Like, are we
Yeah.
gonna run this pool scene into the ground?
You know what? That set's beautiful. Use it. Use it. They should all move into the top floor of the pool scene.
I love it.
I think Travis needs to take some business advice from Victoria. Plus, I was surprised that Victoria did not pay his bill. If I'm dating somebody cute like that, I'll be like, here's my Black American Express. Like, go at it, buddy. So I was surprised to hear that she didn't pay. Where was I going with this? It was so important. I'll get to it.
Yeah, I guess we can move along so you can get to it in a second. But yeah, like with Victoria paying Travis's debt, I think that she's so used to being in that authoritative role with Billy that's the reason she didn't do it, is because she always felt like one-upping him and he was the screw-up, so maybe she didn't want Travis to have that feeling.
But it looked like it didn't even come across her mind, though. Oh, I know where I was going. She should be giving him business advice. Do a happy hour. Do something to draw people into that bar.
Serve food.
Yeah.
Popcorn shrimp. Popcorn shrimp.
Geeks who drink, they'll come in there.
Maybe
they'll do
turn
your
the
trivia
lights
night.
on.
But
Yeah.
everybody comes in during the day and there's nobody there. Do a happy hour.
No.
Do a happy. We'll stop by. I want them to put us in as extras at the bar and not even like just have us in the back. I'll just
We'll just be there drinking.
yeah.
You know.
But paid.
It's like I can talk to Greg Solomon about that. So I guess we're done with Travis for now. But let's talk about Ian Ward, who is literally one of my favorite recurring characters. And that Chelsea and Adam need new material. Like,
Yes.
Well, she found a hair straightener, so that's something. She was busy doing that. Her hair looked on point. She looked so good this week.
Yeah, I really liked her hair like that.
And she had a cute summer outfit for around the house. I was like, yeah, girl, let's go get some Cold Stone. Like, I was ready. She looked beautiful.
Honestly, I fall asleep during their scenes.
As someone who is one of the biggest Chelsea and Adam supporters, and I really love the chemistry between Melissa Claire Egan and Justin Hartley, this is the same thing with Philly and Phyllis. You're not writing them well. Thank God this producer change might hope that this happens, because yeah, they're kind of dull. Like, and it's the same thing. And I'm like, seriously? Like, this is a iconic couple here with a great new actor. Give them some better material than, oh my God, you did this again? That's what Adam does. He lies. Get over it.
Right, but I like the ride or die Chelsea that gets in there and takes initiative. So I want to see her doing more of the plotting for Adam.
Yeah.
But to your point, because I think they're running in circles, you have to give them credit as actors, because they have pages and pages, and they'll be like, did we just do this? But, you know, she's playing all innocent, like, oh, you know, how can you trust Ian at this point? Don't even get involved. Girl, it was your idea to begin with, too. Like, don't play all like, what? Like, they're all surprised that Ian's a bad boy. Now she remembers, because she straightened her hair. It
A haircut or a hairstyle change?
No, it was a hair straightener, and I think Davidson got one too. Did you notice? There was one on set. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, and I agree that Chelsea is a great wife. She is ride or die. She is the person that's always going to stand by Adam, and that's why I like their relationship. But let's give them a more interesting storyline, because, hey, have we forgotten about the whole Christian, Sully nonsense? It's like, let's finish that storyline.
And let's just get him out of that penthouse with no security guard, obviously. Get him into a more secure building.
Yeah, because to me, it's just like, okay, like, that's a good way to go with this baby turning out to be Adam's and then no mom, so Chelsea's gonna have to raise it. Way better storyline than let's have Adam in trouble for the 50th time when he's innocent.
But the stakes are really high for them, too. So for them to have such mundane interaction is not that great.
Yeah, because to me, it's just like there's so much that they could go with the Chelsea and Adam relationship. They're just being kind of lazy.
And there's that annoying couple that come to your potluck and they have the perfect outfits and their kids are perfect and they have like a vegan gluten-free dish. It's like, no, like bring a pie. Like, come on. When they track Dr. Daddy issues down, I was like, what are the FBI all of a sudden? They're like, we knew you'd be here. I'm like, go home.
I love that, the confrontation of her, because like when she had gone to Paul and Christine, I was just like, seriously, bitch, chill. Like, oh my God. Just because Victor gave you the good love and Dr. Daddy issues doesn't mean that you know him. It's like major like teenage girl mistake. Sorry, honey, you're a doctor.
Yeah, like what school did she go to?
Yeah.
And I loved her letter writing scene.
Oh yeah.
I have to instruct him how to take pills. Open mouth, insert. Like that's the instruction.
Victor, just say you're sick. They'll bring you to me.
Yeah, this is literally one of the lamest storylines in years, I will say. With the, like, because you have such a great actress playing her, and so, but the material is just like, I'm sure she's like, I want to blow my brains out. Like, this is so bad. Like, I'm in love with this old man who's old enough to be my dad and who's a horrible person, and I could literally do a Google search, or I'm sorry, on soaps, it's Spider Fighter.
Passkey.
Yes, yeah.
But that scene between them was funny, and then Dr. Daddy was like, I have to go.
No.
It was so hot.
Dr. Daddy.
Dr. Daddy.
We just love to call her that.
That's all I can think of. I'm like, wait, what's her name again?
Did she get the hair straightener this week?
Yeah.
I don't remember. No,
she didn't even find a hairbrush.
Yeah, she's just such a hot mess.
Like, literally, she's a hot mess.
But speaking of daddy issues, let's get to Sharon. Oh my God. Like,
my girl. I love her.
I love Sharon too, but like Mariah called her out this week on you have guilty tattooed on your forehead. Like everybody knows what's up.
And then she said, get a therapist and ride a horse. I was like, whoa!
See, Mariah speaks for the audience. Like
She does.
I love Cameron Grimes, and this character is actually so much better fit for her. Like if you've ever met her, like this is a spunky person, and I love that she basically says what we do. Like seriously, Sharon, like you're at, like you got the crazy eyes big time. Like you're hiding something. Like
it's literally over everything. Like I joked about, it's like pizza's here. What? The pizza's here?
It's just these huge bug eyes.
Yeah.
And she's also another character. Make up your damn mind. And also, she and Mariah are having the same conversations they did 2 weeks ago, and they're
Over
flip
and
flopping.
over.
And so I think the whole storyline, like you said with Chelsea and Adam, they've got to do something.
If Sharon takes one more nap on that couch, I'm gonna lose it.
And they have a bedroom because we saw it.
We did.
Yep. And can I just say one little thing about the set? Because you know that's all of attention.
Yes.
You guys are going to laugh, and I rewound it just to make sure. You know how it's all storybook? By their front door, they have a thing to put your umbrellas in. They have 7 umbrellas in this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom!
Wow, like seriously, has 7 people ever lived in that house? Like,
I mean, since the police is working from their living room now, I guess.
yeah, it's like one's for Paul and Christine
And Nikki.
You know? Yeah, Nikki.
Sunday.
And,
Okay.
yeah, because
And
Nick is part of
drop-ins.
this weird
and
family.
ghosts that drop in.
Yeah.
Tut tut, looks like rain.
Yeah, and obviously they don't have security either because Kevin just popped up.
Oh, Kevin.
But yeah, Sharon, I just think
Make up your damn mind.
she needs to make up her mind, but I think if Nick knows, him and Sharon might get back together.
I do think that that's where they're going.
I think so.
Because Sharon Case and Josh Morrow just love working together so much.
You can tell.
Yeah, because Michelle Stafford had mentioned that to me, and that they just want to work together, so they always just find their way back. So, you know, and I feel so bad for Steve Burton, because that's actually one of the reasons I came to watch Young and the Restless. But I'm hoping that if Nick and Sharon get back together, we get Crazy Dylan.
Yeah,
Because he
Crazy
does
Dylan.
have PTSD.
Ooh.
And I'm tired of him being such a good boy. Like, I do love a good boy. If you watch the other shows, I love a goody two-shoes. But Dylan needs some spice.
It's just something about his relationship with Nick.
No.
I understand that's your brother, but you guys were involved with the same woman. There has to be some kind of tension when you meet each other. I don't.
No.
They're always just so friendly. No, that's my wife, and that's your ex. Don't
Yeah,
just pop up
that's
at
a
my
little
house.
odd.
I mean, they did share Avery Bailey Clark too. I mean, and I always have to say her whole name since she did it too. But it's just like they're like not just Eskimo brothers; they are actual brothers, like
Right.
that have had sex with at least 2 of the same women.
Well, Jack and Billy. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Keep it in the family. It makes Thanksgiving so much easier.
Yeah, it's like how that's what's funny is like at least with Jack and Billy, there's always this awkward moment.
That's
but with
true.
like Dylan and Nick, it's never awkward. It's like
It's like, let's go play football in the backyard. Okay.
yeah, I mean maybe they want to wrestle together like that.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Is like this is a weird family dynamic, and I'm guessing it's obviously from Nikki's side.
I don't think Sharon should get Nick though, because I
Yeah.
think she has to pay for her crimes a bit, and I think that Nick needs to hold her at arm's length and make her kind of suffer like he has been suffering.
I don't think he has it in him. He's such a rational, nice guy. He just falls for Sharon.
But
every
he's really
single
been
time.
through, and you can see this angst in every scene. He walks in the room and he's just got angst about something. So
Yeah,
I think he needs to let it out first.
I have to say, Josh Morrow has been killing it lately.
Smoldering.
They have finally given him some great material
Yes, I
because,
agree.
like, for years Nick was just kind of the idiot Newman, and then luckily his daughter's taking
was the
that
pretty
over.
boy.
Yeah, you know, but yeah, that's the thing is this material, like with Sage's death, Christian's death, all this is really coming to heave, and I am loving him in this storyline, and that's why, like, I do see him and Sharon getting back together. But I do wonder what it means for Dylan. And, like, are they going to have a smooth transition? But, yeah, like you say, Sharon kind of needs to pay for it.
What about Dylan and Mariah?
Ew.
Yeah,
no, that would be- oh, never mind.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, he's almost, like, not as much as Nick is fatherly, but it's still pretty
It's
close.
weird.
Like, and I do see, like, Mariah with Kevin, I obviously want that because I think they're adorable, but, like, to me, Devon maybe more.
You've said that a couple times.
Yeah.
Mariah needs somebody that's
Yeah.
spitfire and that's a man that's gonna take her and like smack her on the butt every now and then to have fun. Not like in an abusive way, but you know what I mean? Like she needs a little spark, she needs a little fire, she needs to go out and be with a man.
So that's Billy? I was trying to think of who
Yeah,
fits
maybe
that.
Billy.
Yeah.
And I know you weren't here last week,
What about
but,
Luca?
but we talked about Luca
Yeah.
and Nick's scene together, and that was just such a beautiful scene because they are both two hot characters.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to see more of Nick and Luca together.
Yeah, I think that they sort of had this understanding, and it's a fire because Luca is doing Nick's daughter wrong. And we
Right.
all see this coming
Or
to a
so
head.
right, because we saw it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, to me, it's just like, I hate Luca and I love Mariah, but I think you guys are right. Luca and Mariah and Summer being a triangle would be interesting.
Yep. Because then Luca would be in some sort of power. That means that Moira would be in power. Mariah, sorry,
No.
would be in power, and it would be kind of a kick in the face to Kevin and Nerdy Girl. And be
Yeah.
like, okay, you want to play? Let's play. I
Nerdy
got a copter
Natalie.
too now.
I call her the Nat, but Nerdy Girl's good too.
And then
That's
last
right.
week, my
Yeah.
prediction was that Luca and Victoria might get together after this whole Travis thing blows up.
They do have
Luke and
chemistry.
Travis are,
Yeah.
are in
Yeah.
it somehow. I just know we're gonna find this all out.
No, it's not going to go well. Well, and the thing is, though, at the same time, it's kind of nice to see the Newmans finally paying. Like, because as much, like, Nick, I always sort of saw as an innocent, so him having his wife and child, who he thought he was a child, die is, like, horrible. But, like, I like Victoria and I like this storyline, but seeing her pay is awesome. Or, like, Summer, it's like, haha, you dummy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Victor's in jail, so, like, and that's what people have been claiming for years, because I'm always a pro-Abbott, and that's why I consider Adam more of an Abbott, since he's always taken their side anyway.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, we want better for, you know, Jack, of course, because he's just Mr. Good Guy, but yeah, like, with Adam and Billy and all these, we want them to get the good stuff, not the Newmans for once.
I'm a Newman.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
will be. I hate this Victor storyline of him being in jail. He's a strong
Yeah,
guy.
I want to see him in a suit soon, in control, and be like, you guys have all had your fun while I've been in. Now it's time to man up, because we're here to play. Oh, but we did...
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh, you're good.
No, no, because I want to talk about Victor
Yeah.
and his flashbacks and what's
Right, but
all happening.
his strong voice works so much better in a boardroom than it does in prison.
I agree.
It doesn't work for me.
Like, Ian belongs
Yeah.
in prison.
yes.
Yes, I love Bray Wise, and so, like, I'm always excited when Ian Mord comes back. But yeah, he is great. He is the Hannibal Lecter character, the one you go to
Totally.
visit in prison to get quid pro quo queries. Like, you know?
But for Victor, you want to see him fire, like, the whole board of directors in one fell
Yeah.
swoop.
Yeah, and to me, I love the Victor boxing scene, as cheesy as it was.
Oh,
But
it was so
I
great.
know, some like
It
the
was so
shadow
great.
boxing. Come on, Victor.
Yeah.
They were doing some artistic stuff this week, such as that scene, and it was in the dark, and it was like angst. And then we saw like the dream, and then we saw Phyllis's like false confession, because I thought that was real. And finally, Jack had some teeth on him when he got mad at Phyllis, and I thought, good. And then it was like, oh, it was in her
It was
memory.
just a dream.
Because she was having a mojito the size of Texas.
Did anybody else think she was actually gonna
I
come
did.
out and say?
I honestly didn't. I was like, oh, this is all fake. Because, like, Jack, who he is now, wouldn't have reacted that way. That's why I was like, this is fake.
But wouldn't it be nice to see him do that, though?
Oh, I would love for Jack to find his balls. I know they're in Phyllis's purse somewhere, but yeah.
Come on, Red.
Yeah, yeah. I love their cheesiness, though.
I
Do
like the
you?
cheesiness,
Yeah.
but that's just another thing. Why are they making Jack such an idiot?
Yes,
I don't
don't
get
like it.
it.
Even with Hillary, you know?
Yeah, that's good to bring up. We'll talk about Jack with Hillary now. Like, yeah.
You're great. He's coming
Yeah.
across like Gumby.
Yeah.
I did like his whole speech to her. Like, I know what this is. I'm a married man. Don't come on to me. Even though I don't think he really means it. They will get together later, I think. But for now, I just want Jack to just be soft.
I just thought it was funny. He was like, I know you love me, but no. And she was like, okay. No, not
I
really.
think he deserves to flirt with her. With all this Phyllis stuff going on, just get your flirt on. Just a little bit, Jack.
Yeah, and to me, it's just like, I hate to defend Hillary because I do see it to an extent. She is kind of like using Jack and trying to like stroke his ego at the same time, but she doesn't know all this other stuff going on. So she is innocent to the fact that his wife's having an affair. And I think she is just like any woman would be in her position. That's what you do to get ahead. Like, stroke the ego, but she's not been inappropriate with Jack. I will give her that. Like, and I
Not
like,
yet.
yeah, not yet, because I do see it coming. Because Devon even was like, "Hey," but he didn't see her hand trimmer. So yeah, like, I don't think Jack has any intentions, nor does Hillary yet.
It's coming real soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and Hillary knows that there's a big heap of trouble coming with the
Yeah.
whole drug not working. It's gonna leak out somehow, and now with Ashley having to take the fall, she knows that a big wave of trouble's coming, and she's gonna get swept in it if the coma doesn't get her first. So I think she knows to keep your allies close by and then decide who to go after.
Well,
next.
not even that. I think she saw the reaction her faint got, so she might just fake it now. Okay, you guys thought I was faking now. I'm really going to start faking it.
Yeah, I could see her using that to her advantage. But yeah, as we do see the effects continuing to take, that's why I'm really curious as to how Michael E. Knight is going to exit. As you've seen, we reported it last week, is that Dr. Neville will not be here anymore, unfortunately, and I'm a big fan of the actor. I'm kind of seeing how is this going to play out, because Ashley took the fall for him, and I really like that. That's why I hate that they're not going to go there with this relationship. So is he going to take a bullet, metaphorically, or, you know,
Or-
figuratively, or with, you know, Ashley?
Well, I think murder is definitely on the
No.
plate, either murder or suicide, because
We saw the other guy.
Yeah, the scientist either got killed or committed suicide. So I think that it could be very, like, just the pressure. Maybe he just can't come up with the right dose or the right version of it, and it just all comes to fruition. Maybe that's the only way to get Ashley out of trouble.
Yeah, and that's what I wonder, because I feel like the way that they portrayed him, unless I do a 180, is that he will fall on his sword for Ashley. He loves her, and he, you know, that's why I was like, this was actually a really sweet relationship, this quirky doctor, and so, fix it!
It was a cute relationship, but I
Yeah.
just
Was it,
hated their
though? Yeah.
scenes inside
Yeah.
that lab.
Yeah.
Get him
Yeah.
in some regular clothes. Let's see them go horseback riding. Let's see them borrow Billy's bike.
Take Sharon and go ride a horse.
Yes,
Spice it up.
yeah, he did play Tad the cat for years on All My Children, guys, and just because he buried a guy in a box and killed him doesn't mean he's
We all
not
make
like
mistakes, it's
super
fine.
romantic and wonderful.
I didn't really like them together. It was
Yeah.
like the cheerleader flirting with the nerdy guy. Like, it's not gonna happen.
Well, I thought it was adorable, and I was hoping it would happen. And I love Michael, so we'll see, like, if they change anything. But it may be set in stone.
Or maybe
Yeah.
he'll take all the blame and then disappear so
Yeah.
that they can't go after
So he
somebody.
could come back. Yeah.
Yeah. And enough people have spoken about their dislike of him leaving. So, so much happening.
I know. That's why I was like, oh, I think we've talked about everything but Mariah and Kevin. So
Trying to get to our comments.
I know,
See what
it's like-
people are talking about here.
and then you hear my voice. But yeah, like with Mariah and Kevin, they did have that one scene where they make up, and it was awesome. And she was gonna tell him everything.
Did they really make up?
I think that, you know, they're a little bit different, you know, as we've seen. They're all, but yeah, I feel like that was the scene where they'd sort of made up, and she was gonna tell him everything about what was going on with Sharon, just to confess and like have someone to talk to. And then of course Sharon and Dylan walk in.
I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I want Mariah with somebody strong, spunky, not Kevin.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do with Kevin's
Yeah.
character. You know, his conflict between Mariah and Nerdy Girl.
No, I like the older Kevin where he was a little bit dark.
Yeah.
We need to bring that side of him back.
Well, and we forgot to touch on this, so I'll bring it too. They didn't show that it was Chloe who Victor was plotting with.
Oh, yes, who
Oh,
was
yeah.
But the fact that he's talking about someone who hates Adam as much as he does,
Has to
we
be
all
her.
know, because Elizabeth Henderson is coming back, guys. So that has to be Chloe. And so will that bring a dark side to Kevin? Because this is the love of his life. You know, whatever's going on with Mariah, well, maybe close, but Chloe is the love of Kevin's life. You know, Delia was his stepdaughter. And so is he going to possibly be a part of this? Because he hates Adam as much as they do. And Chloe coming back, we may get to see that dark side of Kevin, which we like. I love fun Kevin with Mariah, but what do you
We
think?
need dark
Yeah.
Kevin, dark
Yeah.
Adam. So however we can get that out of him, let's do it.
No.
Chloe's the perfect person because she knows how to push all of his buttons. She has them wrapped around her finger.
And,
Oh,
and
yeah.
at least we know it's a confirmation that Victor is behind this ultimately. Just when we see it all unravels.
Yeah.
And this whole court thing is not ringing true to me because except you guys we forgot to talk about.
Yeah.
They're gonna poor Constance.
Oh, yeah.
They're digging her up again.
Digging her up again.
Happy Halloween in Genoa City.
I love how Nick finally made that call.
But
Like,
I like that moment because he
Yeah.
was so moved by what's going around. And so I loved that scene where it was him and he was like, okay, let's do it. Because my heart was like, oh, now it's really gonna get it because now we're gonna have some hard proof, not just some crazy devil guy in jail. We're gonna have some hard proof that there's shenanigans.
Shenanigans, indeed.
I
Like,
just can't wait for the new writer to come in because even Esther just showing up at the coffee shop.
What an underused
yeah.
one
Of Esther,
our
yeah.
favorite veteran characters. Except that was a nice moment
Yeah.
she had though.
well, yeah, I do love that they gave her that job to keep her on the show, and especially with Chloe coming back, being that that's her mother. Are we going to get some better Esther scenes? Because with Jill only being on recurring, blasphemy, you know?
I hope
Yeah.
Esther is the one that finds out about Philly.
Yeah.
I want her to just bust over to Katherine Chancellor's house like, I'm taking this over, you ruined it, and find them.
That would be awesome.
You guys you missed when it was like Jill against Katherine.
Yeah.
I mean, Esther was. I mean, she was so hilarious in her finding out everything and having to do everyone's dirty work. I mean, she was like Amelia Bedelia for me. You guys are too young to know who that is, but still. Oh! I feel like there was something else we had to talk about.
I know. I'm like, looking
a
to
lot.
see.
Luke
'Cause there
and-
was so much on this.
Yeah,
one.
there was Luke and Summer's sex scene.
Yeah, that was awkward. Like,
Can we talk
Yeah.
about Summer giving Travis the third degree over iced tea? By the way.
yeah. I was
Spiked
like,
iced
why
tea.
is she giving him, like, who the hell are you, Summer? Step
That's what I
back.
thought. She
Yeah.
was like, get back. And she hated it when it was done to her and
Uh-huh.
Luca by Victoria and Nick.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what it is. I think she's just trying to get back at Auntie.
But she just came across like, just calm down.
Yeah, I love Hunter King. Again, I'll preface that.
Oh,
But
yeah, we
the
all
Summer
love Hunter
character, I just want to slap her half the time.
Yeah.
Because, and it's like, seriously, we know that Nick's your dad, but let's test you, because there's no way you're Phyllis's kid.
No.
Because you just don't have the brains of that woman.
Wow. I did not say that.
Well, it's okay to make fun of a character.
Yes.
Right.
And she's supposed to have taken over because Victoria, let's face it, she
Yeah.
doesn't even answer her cell phone. She even said, I don't answer my cell phone. Girl, then it's get like a pay by go phone and you'll save more money that way.
Page or something.
Her rollover minutes are like pages, right?
As much as I love Victoria being in charge of Newman, it's just like,
She's pretty bad at it.
yeah, why are you just like, Travis is so good in bed, I'm just gonna like hang out with him? Like, like not
Go to the
worry about
bar
work.
and
Like,
not
you,
even drink.
you wanted this your whole life. Like how? Like, but oh no, a cute blonde guy comes in, and I'm just like, as I say this, I'm like, well, that'd be me.
Those eyes, though, I swear those eyes are mesmerizing.
Oh.
Something about it.
Oh.
And then I did want to just talk about Jack's whole thing. I think,
Oh, Jack and Bethany. we didn't even talk
yeah,
about.
but they need to get back to when John Abbott would come to Jack in his dreams, and he would kind of give him some guidance when he was being ditzy.
Like 6
This
feet
is
under.
the perfect time for that. Because Jack, you know Phyllis better than anyone else. That girl is guilty. She got that Sharon tattoo on her forehead this week.
And she didn't come out of a nunnery. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah, I mean, that's who Phyllis is. I mean, that's why they've broken up before. And, like, they just seem to be digging a deeper ditch with him. Oh my god, I'm the lucky one. Like, and I'm like,
Right.
seriously? Guys, stop. We were all for Philly, and now you're making us feel bad.
Right, and I know John Abbott, he's been acting,
Yeah.
his whole life, so he's probably on a beach somewhere, not trying to come back to the Y&R, but just one episode,
Yeah,
please.
it was only a few months ago where he was on, so why not him come and be Jack's conscience again to be like, hey, your wife's screwing my other son.
That seems to be the only person he'll listen to.
Yeah.
Well, and then she has this big conference in a different country, by the way.
Yeah,
and she's got
Canada.
this mystery investor who's going to invest all this money in the foundation. Do I know this person? Oh, no. No. Come on.
Oh, can I drive you to the airport? Oh, no, you have too much on your plate.
Yeah.
Always
Okay.
thinking of others, Red. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's what he says, and I'm just like, Jack.
Can we talk about what's going to happen with Bethany's character? Because she almost spilled the beans.
Yeah. Well, and also, unfortunately, Chriselle Strauss is temporary.
I know.
So-
No, that's
yeah.
a new development,
Yeah.
right? Because when she was first announced as coming on the show, they said that she's going to have...
Yeah, it said contract, and so now it's just temporary, and I'm like, where are we going with this?
So I
Because-
wonder, did the viewers not like the direction?
Or is it
Yeah,
the
I like
is
her.
it the new
Or the
executive
new-
producer
the new-
people?
Yeah.
Oh.
Again, like I say with Michael E. Knight, new producer. Let's get some contracts for these lovable, all my
Yeah.
children people, because I know your casting directors personally, and they want them on here.
She will find you and come get you.
Exactly.
But that scene that she had with Jack, I mean, I thought she was going to spill it, and then it was going to be all over from there. And then I did notice she ordered a huge vodka martini,
And
then she
didn't
put it
even
down, drink it.
Yeah.
Girl, that's why she was fired. I'd be like, nah, no, that's not believable.
And what I didn't understand about Phyllis, you know that you just saw Bethany before you got there. Why
Yes.
didn't you just ring her phone? Offer her 10,000 more. Girl, just shut up for another week. I don't have the conscience right now.
But
Here's some
somebody
money.
like that, she came to Billy. I mean, she really wants Billy.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
face it, it's not really about the money. And so I think if I knew that her character was going to be around longer, I thought that she would just try harder, however she can get to Billy. But now I don't know.
Yeah, because to me, she actually seems sort of out of it with Billy. Like, she,
Yeah.
because she seemed very sympathetic to Jack, and I'm like, well, maybe instead of Hillary, he'll go there.
Nah. I think she's
Yeah.
going to fight for Billy. But I have to talk about her in my segment.
Well, just real fast, I thought at first because Phyllis said it's all over, he's gonna know. She was like, "Oh crap, that means no more money." Then I
Yeah.
might as well get in with Billy for real, so that I still have part of this family fortune.
But I believed her when she
I
said the
did
money
too.
was just a good addition to it.
Yeah.
I think she...
I mean, if I was Billy, because we know Billy's just not a good guy right now, I'd been like, okay, before you go, one more for the road. I mean, I have this picnic in my grocery bag over here.
Billy.
Because let's face it, Bethany is hot.
Oh yeah,
So
Chriselle has always been beautiful, and just to me, this role really fits her. And our Melvin fan in the chat says, "Oh no, you never waste a good cocktail. She's our lady."
Hi.
But yeah, so why don't we get to your segment? Since you, the
So many
shadiest
moments this
moments
week.
of the
There were
week,
so many
guys.
moments.
Yeah.
All right. So the shadiest moments of the week. All right. At first, I thought it was the moment where Jack said that Bethany didn't have any brain cells.
I even wrote that down. Oh my God.
But then the whole scene with her and Billy, where Billy just warmed her up as a woman and got her so vulnerable and probably juicy and other.
No, she didn't. Today's word is juicy.
You
Oh
know,
my
and
God.
just got her heart all open. And then told her I would always be thinking of Phyllis every single time. And I'm with you. She's hot. Take one for the road.
I would,
No.
especially if you're Billy. Like, he's a little guy. She's a curvy, like Sofia Vergara in waiting.
Exactly.
You take that where you can get it, Billy.
Yeah,
So, I
Justin
don't know.
Hartley's a lucky man, guys.
Yes, he is. He reads every script, and the other guys on set are like, really?
Yeah, so the fact that he turned her down like that after ultimately she did help them out. She got, a couple coins for that, but she was a good person and she held up her end of the bargain. So to just shade her like that, Billy, you were shady.
He was a jerk this week, too. Plus, you never upset somebody that you just gave money to keep a secret
Exactly,
to.
because
Leave
they're
them
gonna
with
keep
a
coming
smile
back.
on their face.
Exactly. I mean,
Juicy.
and this is Billy's biggest supporter here. I can't say too many B's in a row, apparently, but I agree. Billy's been a jerk this week.
Yeah.
Shady.
Shade.
Now let's get into these best and worst dressed.
Okay,
Yeah.
so best dressed. There was a lot of good dresses this week. I have to say,
yeah.
from Chelsea's summer dress around the house. Eileen Davidson again looked great.
She did.
Bethany wore that gray, like fit my body James Bond outfit. Looked really good.
Yeah.
But I have to say, let's go to Hillary's dress, the black dress. Her fainting and shaking all over the place. I put on some sweats and a t-shirt, but look what she brought. We comment that her character is always on point, and this week I just really have to say I love the asymmetrical neckline because it's sexy, but it's still empowering. Fit her body like a glove, and she just looked really classy, like Audrey Hepburn meets Joan Collins, but it's still young and fresh. And that hair, everything was on point for this outfit for me.
Plus, Michelle is a new mom, so to pull that off is fantastic.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
Nice.
So just great. Worst dress? Oh, God. Okay. we love Mariah. We love her
Yeah.
red hair, her Spitfire, and then they have her going to a Renaissance fair at Forever 21. What is this? It's like she's going to medieval times for a date with Kevin. I don't understand the color, and again, it's like that prison jumpsuit we saw on Chelsea last week. And then with these ties up here, and Mariah's body, she's a curvy girl. You have to be very careful in dressing somebody like that. So she shows off her body. It just makes her look frumpy, and it just did not fit for me at all. And it literally was like a Renaissance.
Honestly, I think we
outfit in
could have
jail.
saved that if she had a better hairstyle, a little bit more volume. The hair is a little bit too flat.
But you see
for
how it
that outfit.
sags around the waist? Like either have
I get
maybe
it,
like a
but
slanted
then you show it on the
belt.
right on the model, and I'm not mad at it.
No, you can
It
sew
really
on the
looks
model.
more like I'm going to Coachella than I'm going to my mom's house.
Sorry, Mariah.
Yeah, you're my favorite character, but
Yeah, so let's dress you. Come on, let's go, girl. In the storybook house too, by the way, the Renaissance fair with the 7
I mean,
umbrellas.
she was probably just gonna take a nap on the couch after.
Well, yeah.
well, I guess that brings me to my winners and losers of the week. And this was a hard week to pick, but I have to give the loser to my man Billy because you just look like a douche this week. I'm sorry, Billy. You know that I love you, especially when Jason Thompson has stepped in. But
I hear that one
yeah,
more time.
I know. Exactly. I have to mention because he never got that great of material on GH.
Oh, okay.
And our
it's
viewers,
Canadian.
our viewers are all over the place with his character,
Yeah.
by the way. Some people love him, some people don't.
Yeah, but to me, it's just like this week was a week where I was just like, Billy, seriously? Because, like, as you said, hit Bethany one more time for the road. Don't be such a bad brother,
Or a
Yeah,
bad father.
Yeah, exactly. You ditched your kid.
And
At least you're taking
call
to
him.
Dinosaur Land the next week. I want to see that set.
And then we had a picnic with red wine
Yeah.
and strawberries.
Yeah, champagne,
Exactly.
Billy.
Champagne. And it's faux gras.
They should just hire us and just be on set and be like, no. Mm-mm.
Nah. But yeah, but my winner is gonna go to Victoria because while I know that this will end badly because we saw those looks with Travis and Lucas,
Yep.
the scenes with her and Travis talking about going steady and being sweet, I was like, this is such a soap opera love story right now. It's so cute.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know what? That makes a
Yeah.
very good point. It was such a throwback to the big romances and the big weddings we used to see. And there was that chemistry and that sweet, and like, let's let Victoria be happy for a moment. And that she had her moment this week. She was in love. He's not going to have to close the bar because somebody else paid the bill. So she's in a good mood.
But just to
Yeah.
touch on that, like you said, it's a storybook love story here. But they don't spend enough time on these storylines to let that type of thing even develop.
Mm.
Yeah,
2
they get
weeks
a
from
little
now,
lazy.
there'll
Yeah.
be something huge to just blow it out of the water.
That's a good point. But then we see Chelsea and Adam having the same lovey-dovey 1 minute, and then you're lying to me the next minute conversation over and over. So you're saying build the exposition a
Build
little bit
it,
more.
yeah.
I see what you're saying. I agree.
Yeah, because with Chelsea and Adam, that's a good example of how they built that relationship up. I mean, Chelsea was this con woman. Adam was the only person she could turn to.
Yeah.
They built that relationship up. So let's have that with Victoria. Because with her and Billy, that was a good build-up relationship. But we've had like 3 Billys since then. We've had so much happen. So let's give Victoria something new.
And that's the thing. Can we get some new actors in here that don't have much else going on and they can stay here permanently? I think that'll help.
Yeah.
Well, Jason stayed with GH for years without story, so just imagine that he has been here
He's loving
with
it.
good stuff. Yeah. So I think we've got him for the long haul. I don't want to speculate, but that does bring me to news and gossip.
TV News.
Well, I mean, Jason Thompson was a dad a few weeks ago. You know, he had Bowie. But now Greg Rickard, a.k.a. Kevin Fisher, is a dad as well. He and his husband, Robert, have introduced Montgomery Argo Rickard Sudith.
Look at that
I want to
picture.
make sure I said the whole name because, like, they're such a cute couple. And I hope, I don't know this, but Rebecca Budding is their next door neighbor and their best friend. So she better be godmother. Like, keep it in the soap family.
Look at that picture, though.
Yeah.
I'm like, the only thing ruining that is a baby. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm like, hello, daddies.
Cute.
That's cute. Great for them.
Yeah.
And great for him for being open. And, you know, you
Yeah.
got to give kudos to that because it is not easy, especially in the soap opera world, to be an openly happy character.
And they just are starting to look alike at this point.
Yeah, they're so cute. I'm like, so happy for Father's Day to Greg, Jason, Justin, all the fathers on Y&R.
And the single moms, too.
Yes, exactly. You know, as I am a single mom as well, that's their Father's Day too. But yeah, so the Three Stooges, let's just talk about, this is a cute picture that Sean
Adorable.
Kerrigan and Daniel Goddard, who are both friends of the show, posted with Justin Hartley. And let's help them pitch this show to CBS because don't we want them to be, you know, their own little fun spinoff?
Or how about a
Cute.
reboot of 3 Men and a Little Baby?
Yeah, that'd be cute.
There's enough newborns roaming around the set.
Exactly. Just borrow Greg's
Yeah.
kid, you know, Montgomery Argo.
That is a great picture.
Yeah, I just thought that was fun to share, especially on Father's Day, being that, you know, Daniel and Justin are fathers. Sean, not yet, but we're pulling for you, buddy.
They're cute.
Well, I believe that is it.
Predictions,
Yeah.
anyone?
I mean, do we have any predictions?
I kind of spilled mine earlier.
Yeah.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So like I said earlier, I really think that Nick and Sharon are going to get back together, maybe raise Sully together.
I think this whole Adam,
That face.
this whole Adam Court with the drug payoff scientist, it's all coming. It's all gonna with the oil spill. I think all of these things are all coming together, and we're gonna find 1 or 2 cohorts involved with everything, and it's gonna tie everybody together in a big Genoa City disaster. And I think from that, the new executive producer is gonna come forth. It's gonna be like the Phoenix. We're gonna start fresh. That's what I
And
say.
then we'll get out of that and we'll get back to making perfume and
Yes.
hair products and
Yeah, brash and sassy.
And Jill Abbott, some more Jill Abbott.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we want, guys. More Jill and more Colin. You know, because...
And more Noah, by the way.
Yeah, Noah is adorable.
I want to ride Noah's Ark.
And can we grow Faith? Can Faith just be 18 next week? And
Yeah, because the little actress that plays her is so busy. We could get an older one, like, because, yeah, she's great, but, like, you see her literally on everything. Every Lifetime movie, every
Yeah.
commercial. You
She's
know?
great. We need
Faith is going to
someone.
run away with Max.
No. Oh, don't give her two more
No,
boys.
we need Faith in there with Summer.
God.
Faith and Summer are going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, God. I think we should end on that. So, like, hey, guys, and thanks so much for watching. Where can they find you, Kiera?
You can find me on all social media at Kiera Giavanni.
How about you, Alexander?
Alexander on Instagram and Twitter at On The Rocks On Air and OnTheRocksRadioshow.com.
And guys, I'm Lacretia Lyon, so of course you can always find me at LACRETIALYON anywhere on social media since there is only one, and literally here at AfterBuzz TV every day this week. So thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for the bold breakdown.
Yes.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.